Hey, everybody. Well, we know a lot of things have changed because of COVID-19, but some things that have changed have been positive, like how people are living better now. With me today are my sister, Julie Shroyer, and her husband, Ron Shroyer. So glad you're here. Hey, Julie and Ron.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
So Julie is a retired nurse. Ron is a retired Master Chief with the U.S. Navy and retired as a counselor from the Veterans Affairs Administration. So we've got two humble heroes here with me, and I'm so glad to be related to you. So we're glad you're here. That's right. My sister and my brother-in-law. So I'm going to ask you both, and we'll start with Julie. What has been the biggest change to your life because of COVID-19, because of this pandemic? Biggest change?
Well, the COVID-19 is big. It's bigger than us. So whenever we're faced with something that's bigger than we are, we have to figure out what can we do, what's our small part to make it better, at least in our world. And I really liked Mr. Rogers' idea whenever he said, look for the helpers. So how can we help? So that's kind of what we based everything that we tried to do on. And our biggest change, of course, was not being able to freely spend time with our family members, and having that distancing was very hard emotionally for us and for others. So whenever I went back to work just for a very short period of time to help, and I helped in our home health office just to lend a hand and to possibly free up somebody else who needed to do something on the outside and things like that. But I just felt that in that way I needed to show support. Both of us are from service type professions, and so when something's going on, you feel the need to serve and to do your small part no matter what it is.
That's cool. So you went back to work. You came out of retirement to go back to work to help with home health and hospice. So kudos to you. That's awesome. Ron, you also chose to serve in a different kind of way, using also your talents to do so. So tell us about that.
Well, the biggest change, I believe, was, I've been singing since I was a child, and not being able to be with the choirs, St. Rita's and Immaculate Conception, and not being able to cantor, all of a sudden that singing was taken away. And then something happened where, of course, my niece decided that she had to cancel her wedding. And then I got together with Chris, my nephew, and we did a little short video with a song dedicated to her, because she did cancel her wedding. And then that gave me an idea, and I discussed it with Julie, and we decided to do the karaoke and try to broadcast singing so I can contribute somehow during this social crisis.
So what did that look like, Ron? What did you, when you were singing, tell me about the songs that you chose, and who got to hear them? Where did you play that?
I chose the songs. Now, in the 70s, I sang with the Navy band freelance after working hours. We had our own band, and I sang for about 6 years out in San Diego region. And we did nightclub music, dinner nightclub music, Broadway show music. We've done everything. We had a piano bar at the Del Coronado Hotel, and I sang nightclub music every Friday and Saturday night. This was after my duties with the Navy. And I picked songs from every generation, even the modern generation, and decided to go ahead and redo them. And it brought back all kind of memories from the days when I was singing in the early 80s and 70s, early 80s. And it came out real well, especially with the karaoke music background. I can remember everything, every note. It's just like I was there again with my friends playing in San Diego.
That's awesome. And that was something that you did, and you were able to play. You were able to play that on social media, and a lot of people really appreciated that and enjoyed that. I think that music, to me, has been one of the #1 things that is really getting us through this. Is changing our perspective and giving us hope, and giving us a sense of normalcy, and just taking us to a better place. So thank you for doing that. And Julie, you guys teamed up together to do this. So Julie, you were the production crew, right? When Ron was singing, so tell me about that your piece of that.
Well, my skills were pretty lame. I had to learn. and it was really a very, very simple operation. Ron had a microphone, an amplifier, and his laptop, and I had my cell phone. And I just pressed the button on Facebook Live, and we were instantly live, you know, but I found myself looking more at the background, trying to get a different angle, reminded Ron to pull his shirt down, or, you know, turn your head a certain way. I got a little too bossy.
That's right.
Don't roll over, you know.
That's okay. You were the production crew. You were the producer and the director and all that, you know. And you called it, what did you call it, Joel?
Yeah, we called it Music from the Man Cave because we were in the basement of the house, which is Ron's domain down there with all his Navy memorabilia and sports kind of things and things like that. So, you know, it was not necessarily an ideal location for something, but it was a comfortable location.
Exactly. It was home. And I think that was another thing that resonated with people, was that they knew that it was home. He was in his place. And actually, to be able to see all those things that surrounded him from the Navy and the things that were important to him made it all the bit more special and meaningful to everybody. So I think it hit people on a lot of different levels. So that was something you did for a period of time. And then we went into the yellow phase, and so you concluded your series, as I understand, right, of music from the Man Cave. We hope it comes back sometime, though. we can always use some music from the Man Cave, for sure. So tell me, Julie, what is one thing that you're going to be doing that you started to do differently during the pandemic that you want to hold on to and keep on doing?
Well, I think appreciating the outside more and appreciating people more. I think that if we have any opportunity for any kind of random acts of kindness or doing something, if you see it, if you can tell that there's a need somewhere, even from like Facebook or, you know, social media, that kind of thing, if you have the ability to respond to it, even in the smallest way, even just a kind word can mean something to somebody, because we don't know other people's struggles. And I think that this pandemic, I mean, I think that as hard as it is for people, it has brought out a lot of good too. A lot of people being more in tune to their neighbors, their friends, and even their family, and not being in such a rush or so self-absorbed. And I think that if we can all maintain that, I mean, we'll be the kind of people we're supposed to be.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Thank you. And Ron, how about you? Something you want to hold on to?
Well, yes, I think because of this, we've come closer to each other, and more so than ever. And after all of this is over, I want everybody, or try myself and everybody, to stay close. I was never really into Facebook that much, even though I have a Facebook page. But during this crisis, I started to think that this Facebook has really, really helped with communication with friends and family and so on. I'm anxious to get back to church again, being surrounded by people, being surrounded by my friends and family, and continue that positive communication. So there is a silver lining with all this.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Definitely finding the blessings, being more aware from both of what you're saying. It's being more aware of others, being more appreciative of the things that we had, and holding on to that. I think that we're all going to come out of this better than we were, and that's why this is Better Living Now. So thanks so much, everybody, for being with us.
Thanks for
Thank
having us.
you. Bye, Mary.
Bye.